It is a championship for the Bedford Bulldogs, 3 in a row.
Johnson serves it in. Great header there, and it's a goal.
Brian O'Brien shot, Bedford goal.
He's at about the 18, sends it up and over and in. Big shot, Grace Crowder. Will kick, snaps back, kick is up. It looks good. It is good.
It's good.
It is good.
It's good.
The national anthem, and we're going to have the captains coming to the middle of the field momentarily for the coin flip.
Some of the Hardy students have come out tonight. It's good to see some of them out there. You heard that the announcer here at the Bedford High School Stadium was urging the fans to cheer on their Bedfords. I think we heard maybe 1 or 2 people say yay and let's go.
Well, the conditions are pretty rough. It's not exactly a full house here tonight. As a matter of fact, the conditions are going to impact the halftime show. I don't believe the band will be performing at the half.
I didn't see them march down the hill off to our left quite yet, and it's well past the time they would arrive here in the stands. So I think your assumption is pretty safe there. Some football purists might say this is football weather. Having been a receiver, I disagree with that. I like to get throwing the ball around the field.
You want to play in a dome?
Yeah, you know, the dome I don't necessarily need, but you know, nice dry conditions are a bit more conducive to the passing game, as you can imagine.
Well, we expect a running game tonight, at least from the Bulldogs. Captains are at the field. The flip is in the air. And we'll see who.
Looks like the Titans won it.
Titans win it,
and they're going to
defer. Okay, sorry about that.
No problem.
Won the coin toss, and they are electing to defer. So
the Bulldogs will receive the opening kick.
So a lot of umbrellas in the stands here this evening. Makes a lot of sense. The forecast seems to be pretty consistent, steady rain throughout our game this evening. So I hope it doesn't interfere with our sight lines. I think we're all right now, but you know, in case some folks stand up, we might be blocked out for a play or two. All good though. The teams go back to their sidelines. Some excitement. Coaches giving last instructions, and we'll have kickoff here momentarily. We have 12 minutes on the scoreboard and ready for kickoff here in Bedford, New Hampshire.
We will keep you updated with scores from around Division 1. With the big game going on tonight is number 4 Londonderry at number 9 Wyndham. And we welcome here to Bedford High Stadium, ready for this D1 contest between the Nashua North Titans and the Bedford Bulldogs. Bedford is going to start the game as the Titans won and deferred the kick to the second half, or the possession to the second half. So they'll kick off to Bedford and back to receive.
Looks like Bennett Matthews and Brody Helton are back there standing on their own 10-yard line. And kicking off will be Darius Smith. Number 51, the freshman on the roster. He's a offensive lineman and linebacker, and he's getting the nod for booting this down the field. So here we are, ready for kickoff. Titans ready to get things started here. The Bulldogs offense will take the field to begin. Here's the approach, and the kickoff is a low liner down to the left-hand side. Brody Helton can't field it cleanly, picks it up inside his own 10, now gets out through the middle. He's got a lot of room.
There he goes.
Out to the left-hand side, slows up around the 50-yard line. He's tackled, but inside Titans territory. Phenomenal run back, and the Bulldogs start in Titans territory at the 45-yard line.
And number 53, Yahil Lavina, with the touchdown-saving tackle there. But the Bulldogs are in Titan territory to start out on their first possession.
You know, Helton didn't really get touched early on in that run back. Tribute to his return team for blocking it up, creating that seam, and giving Helton room to maneuver. They'll start it out here again on the Titans 45. Slot right, tight left, split left. Helton is behind Danny Black, and he'll take the handoff up the middle, plows into a few defenders, gets ahead for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Tackle was made by Melvin Fernandez.
Little wrinkle to their offensive set there. Helton has normally been to the left or to the right of Danny Black, as Black is in the pistol. That time he was directly behind Black, so noticing just a very slight formation change. Probably giving him a two-way go. Might be an adjustment for the defense as well.
Black returning from the sideline.
3 receivers right are Soden, Matthews, and Russell. Black in the pistol. In motion, Russell, but Helton gets the handoff off the right-hand side. Falls ahead for about 3 yards. We'll call it 3rd and 3.
Tackle was made by Steven Rosario, along with Jack.
Good tackle there by a group of Titans, making it a 3rd and short, 3rd and 3.
Rosario getting credited for the tackle there.
Brings up 3rd down and 3.
Senior linebacker coming up to make the stop. We note that Luke Soden, number 13, the senior wide receiver's back in the lineup. He comes near side. Matthews in the slot. Tight left is Sheridan. 2 backs in the backfield with Black in the pistol formation. Barks out the signals and takes the snap. He's going to keep it himself, go off the left-hand side. He's got room, and a lot of room. He's down to the 20, the 15, the 10. He gets to the goal line, and he is in.
Touchdown, Bedford.
Touchdown, Danny Black.
Danny Black with a
38-yard touchdown scamper.
Touchdown.
And the Bulldogs go up
For the Bulldogs.
on their first possession, 6-0 with the PAT to come.
Black showing some patience there, pausing momentarily in the backfield, looking for his gap. He cut over to his left and found a lane, and he was able to outrun the Titan defense all the way to the end zone, put up 6.
1 defender in pursuit to that pylon, just couldn't get there in time, and Black beats him for 6. Henrishon with a snap, Black with the hold, he fumbles it. He's got to break it out. Fire call. He's going to throw it in the end zone. Sheridan can't quite come down with it. So messy conditions here foil the PAT attempt. They do a good job to rally, but they can't quite convert the 2. So it stays 6-0. Bedford on top early.
The Bedford Bulldogs.
Well, I know when you defer the kick, you want to be able to get that ball in the second half when you might need it, but really helps if you don't let the team score on you and you start out with a 6-0 deficit before you even get your hands on the ball.
Sure do, and again, that a lot of that is due to these offensive linemen that Coach Matthews talked about at the start of the game. You know, you have 2 senior captains in Henrishon and Ben opening up that line of scrimmage. Jake Sheff, also a huge contributor, and those 2 sophomores that he touched on, Flaherty and Kraus. They've been performing at a high level, and we talked about the overall run game, 375 yards per game they're averaging, and a lot of that is due to the big boys up front.
Set to kick for Bedford is Dylan Soto.
Bedford ready to kick off here. Dylan Soden sets up the ball. And back deep, although really not terribly deep. Trying to get the numbers there.
Seems like they're on their own
14.
10-yard line.
Dylan Noble, number 14, is 1. Rain's starting to come down a little harder. It's Noble gets the ball at the 15-yard line.
I think that's a 34. I think that's Rosario that returned that ball all the way out to the 40-yard line.
Rosario with the return.
Like I said, that baby blue doesn't pop off the helmet as well as black, white on black. But you're right, it is Rosario, 34.
Good field position for Nashua.
And so they come out to their own 40-yard line on a decent return. He took it up field about 25 yards. And the Titans offense is on the field with John Canaway in the pistol. 2 receivers to his right, 1 to the left. He'll hand it off up the middle, getting maybe a yard or 2.
Jonathan Torres with the carry, picks up about 3 yards on that carry.
Tackle was made by Spencer Henrishon.
And Spencer Henrishon
Gain of 3
in there for the tackle for Bedford. 9:50 5:40 to go here in the first. 6-0 Bedford on top, scoring on their first possession.
Looks like Noble is to the left of Canaway for this 2nd and 7 play. He's in the gun, in motion right to left, and getting the handoff. Nope, faking the handoff was Canaway coming off the left tackle. He's close to the first down, just shy by a yard, so it'll be 3rd and 1.
Some good sleight of hand here by Canaway.
Yeah, fake to Luke Peters, number 6, coming through on that jet sweep. Pulls it down and runs off that left side of the line.
So now a 3rd down faced by the Titans. Bedford had one, and they got a touchdown off it. Let's see what the Titans do here.
Canaway back in the gun. Double slot. Takes the snap and goes off the left guard, and he's ahead for a first down into Bedford territory. He's marked at the Bedford 49. Looks like he got shorted a couple yards there, but that might have been when his knee came down.
I thought he got another 2 yards on top of that.
Either way, they're more concerned with the first down, and they have that. So 1st and 10 for the Titans in Bedford territory. Torres in motion here. He gets the handoff, goes off the right guard. He's stuck right away. Gradinskis steps up into the hole from his linebacker position.
Titans going to the well just a little too often and exploiting the middle on Bedford. They were making some yardage before, but that time, like you said, Gradinskis was there waiting, plugging the hole, and no gain on first down. It's now 2nd and 10.
Canaway looks to the sideline. Rosario will be in the backfield with him. Torres trots into the backfield now too. Rosario's going to go to a wing position or an up back. Slot is right, split end to the left-hand side. Canaway fakes the handoff. He's going to roll to his right. In the flat, he has his receiver. It's Rosario. He's ahead near the first down marker. Out of bounds. They mark him at the 40-yard line, so I think they're going to call him short here.
That's interesting. Let's see what the replay shows here.
Wow, so the chain gang is a little confused. They did not give him first down yardage here.
Now they do.
I don't think so. I think they're pushing those chains back because he was short. He made it. He was spotted at the 40-yard line. They needed to get to the 39.
Well, we can't see the replay on the far sideline. I don't know if his foot stepped on the outside line, but it looked like he jumped over the, he kind of made it to the far pylon.
It sure looked that way, but that linesman over there on the far sideline ruled him out at the 40, so 3rd and 1. 7:43 to go in the first. 6-0 Bedford. Canaway takes the snap. He's met right away, and he's going to be tackled for loss. His forward progress was well in the backfield, so it'll be 4th and probably 3 or maybe even 4.
That was kind of a slow developing play, and I think Bedford knew that low snap probably threw things off a little bit. But I think Bedford knew that Canaway was going to call his own number again like he did the last time.
Jake Ben slicing through that offensive line and meeting Canaway right away.
3-yard loss on the play.
So they send out their punt unit. Darius Smith will be punting. I believe Bennett Matthews will be back, or
number 3,
possibly Tagliaferro.
It is Bennett Matthews waiting, just alone, waiting for that snap. There is a snap, and the kick, pretty good considering the conditions. It's going to go right to Matthews.
He fields it inside the 5. Jukes out to his right-hand side, gets back to his left, and he's down about the 25-yard line where the Bulldogs will take over.
Yeah, that was a great run. He got the ball at his 5, and he beat 4 Titans, just juked him out, able to gain another 20 yards.
Slippery moves there by the sophomore Matthews. As you saw in that replay, 4 coverage guys right down there at the 5-yard line, and Matthews evaded all of them. So the Bulldogs back on the offensive side. 6:41 to go here in the first. Helton stacked behind Black in the backfield. Tight left, 2 tights. They give it to Helton up the middle. He bounces out, runs into the crowd, and then spins out to his right-hand side. He's out past the 35, dodges 2 tacklers, and he has a first down at the 46-yard line.
Jonathan Torres making the tackle right there, but, you know, Helton disappears in the pile. Made a hard right turn, and he got a great block there from Danny Black. Sprung him for an extra yard or 2.
Love to see your quarterback out there trying to be a lead blocker, right? He's not just throwing his hands up and saying, good luck, Brody. He got out there and got a block. A few extra yards can be attributed to that.
Good enough for a first down.
2 tight set again here. We're going to take a timeout as the Bedford offense was a bit confused on their formation. So with that timeout, we're at 6:10 to go in the first. 6-0 is your score. The Bulldogs lead on a 38-yard touchdown run by Danny Black on the opening possession of the game.
We have 1 score to report so far down in Merrimack. Starting of the second quarter, they are hosting Maine's Bonnie Eagle, the Scotsman, and they lead 7-0 in that contest. Coming up, our next broadcast on BCTV, girls soccer hosts Winnicott. That's going to be on Tuesday, October 3rd, and then just a few days after that, on October 5th, Thursday, field hockey versus Bishop Girton. That's going to be a 7:30 start. The girls soccer game begins at 6 o'clock, so tune in to BCTV, and don't forget to download the BCTV app so you can watch games live and on demand on your phone or whatever digital device you have.
So the Bulldogs regroup.
For the Bulldogs at their own 40.
They have 2 tight set. Black in the backfield with Helton. Split wide left with Soden. Helton will come off the right-hand side, gets around the end and ahead for 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7.
You know, Helton didn't even have a block there. He had 2 Titans bearing down on him, and he just put his head down and lunged and was able to get 3 yards. So even when he doesn't have any blocking, he can find that seam and just kind of squirt through, make it a positive play.
Great vision, great speed, great agility. They give him 4 yards, so it's 2nd and 6. Again, a 2 tight set, wing right. Flankers out to the left. Black takes the snap, hands it to Bennett on that sweep. He gets around the left edge and has a lot of room into Titan territory. He's tripped up at the Titans' 41-yard line, and it's a first down for the Bedford Bulldogs.
Bennett Matthews with the run there and a tackle by number 16, John Berry Jr. So they're back in Titans territory again on the 41-yard line, another first down.
Nice run there by Matthews, but again, he didn't really get touched till he was well down the field. It's phenomenal blocking up front. Back to the line of scrimmage. They changed their personnel. Double slot. Held in the backfield with Black. He takes the snap. He looks to the right-hand side. They fake the wide receiver screen. And Ledger Russell can't pull it down. He was wide open on the slant.
There wasn't anybody within the same zip code.
Well-designed play. Sheridan did a little hitch. They faked the screen to Sheridan, and Russell was wide open on the 15-yard line and can't make the grab. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Now Ledger Russell's going to be seeing that one in his dreams.
That's a tough one there. It sets him back to 2nd and 10. Well-designed play, like I said. Sheridan, a little hitch route on the edge. They thought he was going to get that wide receiver screen, drew the defensive backfield up, and Ledger Russell didn't have anyone within 10 or 15 yards of him.
It was a good throw, too. Black put it right on his hands.
Sure did, sure did. Slot left, tight right. 2 backs in the backfield with Black. They hand it to Helton. He goes off the right-hand side. Hit behind the line of scrimmage, but he falls ahead for a 2-yard gain. It'll be 3rd and 8.
Yeah, Helton got met right at the line of scrimmage, but he was able to power his way forward for a couple of yards. Picked up 3 right there. They're at the 38, 3rd and 7 now.
They give him an extra yard there.
See, the officials are draping a towel over the ball.
It's a nice service for the offensive team there. They try to keep that ball as dry as possible. Slot left, tight right, 2 backs in the backfield with Black. Calls out the signals, he'll take the snap. He hands it off to Helton, plows through 1 tackler, and he's got room on the right side. He's down to the 15, and the 10, the 5, and he breaks another tackle at the 3-yard line in for a touchdown.
Touchdown.
Brody Helton, another 38-yard touchdown run. Ironically, the same distance that Black scored from on the first possession of the game. Fantastic strength by Helton. He's being chased down here at the end and slips through another tackle by Darius Smith right at the 3-yard line in for the score.
And he had to fight his way through a hit at the goal line, or at the line of scrimmage to break through. But it's not just his speed, he's got such balance and power. When he's fighting his way through a tackle, he's able to stay on his feet and take off.
Snap is back. Hold is down. It looks good. It is good. And the Bulldogs go up 13-0 on Soden's extra point and Helton's 38-yard touchdown run. So a pair of 38-yard touchdown runs have the Bulldogs up early here in the game.
And I believe that's his 11th touchdown on the year.
It sure is.
Congratulations to the volleyball team on their win last night over Londonderry. The girls now lead the
While we've got a moment here, the Bedford Bulldogs Athletic Booster Club would like to thank their generous sponsors. Their platinum sponsors include Spectra Marketing, Bedford Village Inn, BEI Network, London Orthodontics, Restore Hyper Wellness, Wicked Good Butcha, Looney Insurance. Special thanks to the gold sponsors too, Realty One, Ethan Allen, Granite State Cabinetry, and Liberty Hill Construction. On behalf of the 461 student athletes this season, thank you for your support. And if you're interested in becoming a corporate sponsor or an individual member, grab a form at the concession stand here at the stadium or visit them online at bbabc.net.
You saw that replay right here. Again, Helton broke through a tackle. He was almost tackled for a loss there, but was able to break a critical tackle into the middle of the line of scrimmage and then just saw daylight out to the right-hand side. And a lot of it there was as he scampered to pay dirt. Right side, and the Bulldogs up 13-0.
That seems to be the story of the Bulldogs. If you don't get them early, if you don't take them down first chance you get, you're not going to take them down.
Having trouble with the kick here, where the Titans. I think that was Luke Peters back there. Couldn't catch it cleanly, picked it up and got ahead. He still didn't make the 20-yard line. They'll mark him at the 17.
Nashua North will start this drive at their own 18.
And the Titans back on the field. Canaway looks to the sideline for the signals. Looks like they'll have 3 receivers out to the right-hand side, 1 to the left. Rosario in the backfield with Canaway. He takes the snap, fakes to Rosario, goes out to the right-hand side. Grudinskis was all over it, making the initial tackle. And they may give Canaway a yard, if that.
Yeah, I think they're going to mark it down at the 19-yard line. It looked like a little like a busted play here because Canaway wasn't sure what he was going to do, and he wound up running right into a bunch of Bedford tacklers. Something must have gone wrong on that snap.
Looks like he was trying to maybe even pass it out to Torres, who was on that right side, facing in and backpedaling. Canaway here looks to the right, delivers outside, incomplete. Can't connect with his intended receiver over there on the right side.
The rain is coming down. You can probably see it on the cameras in the lights. The rain is heavy right now.
Couldn't quite tell who the intended receiver was over there on the right side. I believe it was John Barry Jr., but can't quite tell.
3rd and long.
Canaway takes the snap, pressure up the middle. He's going to tuck it, runs up the middle, and Soden comes up, strips at the ball, can't get it free, but he stops Canaway before first down yardage.
Tackle was made by Dylan Soden.
Well, they're going to stop him short of the first down. No doubt a punting situation here for Nashua North. And like you mentioned, Soden trying to get the bear paw in there, trying to get the ball out of Canaway's hands. Canaway did a good job holding on to it.
So the Titan punt team comes back out at 4th and 5 or 6. Smith will do the kicking again. He's back deep. We might expect these sloppy conditions to affect special teams. We already saw
There you go.
one, and there we get a shank by Smith. It goes out of bounds. Not quite yet, actually.
Thought about
Bounced
it.
back in. Man, they got an extra 5 yards. It looked like it was going to go out at the 46, but it trickles down to the Bedford 41.
Yard line. Good field position for the Bulldogs.
Titans will take it. Ball in Bedford territory at their 41-yard line. If you're enjoying the game, check out more BHS sports action from Bedford Community TV on your Apple TV or Roku. You can watch it also on Amazon Fire TV. Just add the Cablecast ScreenWeave app to your smart TV and you'll be able to choose BC TV and watch all our programs live and on demand.
The Bulldogs' third possession of the game starts at their own 41. 1st and 10 for Danny Black. Helton to his left in the backfield, slot right, split end, tight left. Helton into the boundary, right side, gets ahead, delivers a blow to the tackler. Stepping up was Adrian Lazo. And Helton says, don't try to tackle me. He's forced out of bounds at the 49-yard line. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Love how he delivered a blow at the end of that. You probably saw it on the replay there.
And he also gave him a look, too. Like, so you're trying to take me down?
You need that. You need a little swagger. I love to see it in just a sophomore here. He's a talented runner and delivers that shoulder at the end of the run. 3 receivers now to the left-hand side, tight as right. Danny Black with Helton behind him. Takes the snap, hands it off to Helton up the middle. 4 yards or so. He has a first down into Titan territory. They mark him at the 47-yard line. 1st and 10, Bulldogs.
Steven Rosario and Darius Smith in on the tackle there, but they needed both to take him down. He got the first. Got another score to update you on. The team we're going to be facing next week, number 7 Dover, with a 7-0 lead over Memorial in Dover. They're still in the first.
The Bulldogs back to the line of scrimmage. Split end to the right-hand side. 3 receivers to the left. Black with Helton behind him again. Takes the snap. Quick out into the left flat. They have Sheridan. Makes that catch in the left-hand side. Dodges 2 tacklers. Keeps his balance. And finally is tackled and pushed out of bounds near the Titans' 30-yard line. First down yardage, and again, he's a big load out there. I've made the analogy before, but he's a big boy and tough to take down. Shades of Gronkowski out there.
Yeah, Danny Black showing some cool under pressure. He had Darius Smith closing in on him. He held up long enough to get the receiver, get it to Sheridan.
Sheridan taking 3 defenders to tackle him at the end of that play. 1st and 10 at the 30. Black back in the gun. Motion left to right. Ledger Russell. He's going to try to get around the right end. Fumbles the ball out of bounds, but no harm, no foul. It trickles out at the 25. They give him a 5-yard gain. It'll be 2nd and 5. You see here on the replay, he was in motion.
Following his block right there.
Couple good blocks, couple whiffs, but ahead for 5 yards. It's 2nd and 5.
We're under a minute to go here in the first. Bulldogs lead 13-0 and threatening to score again.
Black back in the gun with running backs on either side. Slot is to the right side. Tight left. Black takes the snap, hands it to Rizzo. He gets through 2 defenders, but the next 2 he does not, and he'll be tackled for a 1-yard loss.
Yeah, Luke Peters managed to slow him down just long enough for Jazia Corfield to finish the work.
Titans came on a blitz there. They were sending their linebackers, anticipating run on 2nd and 5. And they get the tackle for loss. So it'll be 3rd and 6. They may get another playoff before the end of the first quarter. But we are ticking down.
15 seconds to go.
They'll get this off. Split end to the left-hand side. 3 receivers to the right. Black takes the snap, looks to the right, out into the right flat. Matthews receives it. It's complete. He has first down yardage and drags a tackler down to the 11-yard line.
Yeah, it was Rosario he was dragging along there.
Powering ahead for at least another 5 yards with Rosario hanging on for dear life. So that ends the first quarter with the Bulldogs ahead 13-0. Harry, I'm sorry I cut you off there.
No, I was just going to say it was really a great setup here. Look at that phalanx of blockers right there.
Throughout the season,
Matthews just getting by the one tackler
what we do without our generous
and getting ahead for a big chunk, getting all the way down to the 11-yard line, just shy of a goal to go.
Big Connor Flaherty out there, the sophomore lineman that we talked about earlier in the broadcast, showing some nimble feet and getting a block downfield. Nice job.
The Bedford Friends of Football is a parent-led organization that functions to support the needs of their team throughout the season. They couldn't do it without their sponsors. They include 10 and 10 Attorneys at Law, Coca-Cola Northeast, Stonyfield Organic, Fine Homes Group International, Pepsi, TJ McCartney Inc., McDonald's Brown Avenue, Realty One Group, Treescapes by Murphy, Apex Wealth Management, the Dairy Field as well. Thank you for your wonderful sponsors for the Bedford Friends of Football.
On bedfordnh.org.
Appreciate all of those sponsors as well as the parent group supporting the program here. We're 12 minutes back on the scoreboard. 13-0 is your score. The Bulldogs ahead here at the start of the second quarter. Touchdowns by Danny Black and Brody Helton. Ironically, both 38 yards. And they're looking to add more here. First and 10 on the 11-yard line going in Titan territory.
First and 10 for Bedford.
Helton's the lone back.
3 receivers out to the left with Soden, Matthews, and Rizzo. A little toss sweep to Helton out to the left-hand side where those receivers were. He jumps over one tackler and is pushed out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
Picks up 7 right there.
Second and 3.
Tackle was made by Stephen.
It's not quite a goal-to-go situation. They could get another first down at the 1-yard line. You know, they run out of these passing formations, and I think that Coach Matthews uses those wide receivers to block because they had three wide receivers on that left side.
You're absolutely right, and those are big, strong receivers too. Soden out there, Rizzo, Russell, in this case Matthews as well. Sheridan in the tight end position. Again, he included those tight ends in that pre-game interview. These guys do a great job for opening up opportunities for the running backs and quarterbacks to get ahead. But here, Coach Matthews doesn't like the formation or something about it. He takes a timeout and wants to talk it over.
You know, it's easy to listen to Bedford 105.1 online. Just go to the website, wbnh.bedfordnh.org. You'll find a link there for our streams. You'll also find a link for our Podbean page where you can listen to all our shows on demand for 14 days. We also stream on apps like TuneIn, MyTuner, Simple Radio, and Radio Garden. And if that weren't enough, you can tell Alexa, hey Alexa, play Bedford 105.1, and she'll play it.
What was that, Podbean?
Podbean. That's where all the shows like Suburban Underground and Blues and Rock and Roll Review, Bomb Radio, all those shows that we carry on the weekends, they all get put on the Podbean page, and anybody can listen to them on demand for 14 days.
Fantastic.
At the 4-yard line of Nashua North.
So, slot left, tight right, 2 backs in the backfield with Black. He takes that shotgun snap, fakes it out to the left, and gets Rizzo in the flat, and it's a touchdown. Rizzo, 4-yard touchdown reception from Black. The Bulldogs go up. Rizzo was out to the right of Black. That's a nicely designed play again. Sneaks into that left flat. Good downfield blocking by the 2 receivers out to that left-hand side, and Rizzo is in easily. 4-yard touchdown catch.
And believe it or not, that is Danny Black's first touchdown pass of the year.
Amazingly.
Jack May had the other one, and Bennett Matthews, had the other one on the halfback option.
Yeah. So Soden on for the extra point.
Up motion.
They do have a false start here on the PAT attempt. They'll back him up 5 yards.
So make the kick a little longer. I think Dylan Soden has enough leg here. It's just a matter of getting a clean snap in this heavy rain.
Sure does. Geez, it looks like the defense is going to get called for encroachment here, so they're going to go half the distance. I thought it was movement on the offensive line, but
I wonder if this will change the
it does.
what they're going to do. They're going to go for 2.
It does. They trot to the sideline. They toss the kicking tee off to one of the other players. They're going to go for 2, and Harry, as you anticipated, they want to get back up that 21 points instead of just 20.
3 possessions for the Bulldogs, 3 touchdowns so far. You know, they were a perfect 9 for 9 last week against Goffstown. The only reason they didn't score in their 10th possession is they kneeled the game out.
Yeah, Jack May was fortunate enough, or unfortunate enough, as I think it might have counted against his rushing statistics. He was taking 4-yard losses for several plays in a row, but yeah, they were able to handle the Grizzlies quite well and kneel down their entire last possession. Black in the gun here, Helton to his left. In motion, Matthews. They're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. Cuts it up, doesn't get touched, and the 2-point conversion is good. It is 21-0 with 11:48 to go in the second quarter.
Just 2 games to report in Division 1 so far. Scores in the second quarter. Merrimack leads Bonnie Eagle of Maine 7-0. Dover with a 7-0 lead over Memorial. They're probably just starting the second quarter. There are other games going on. We've got a lot of out-of-state games. Spalding is going to be at Edward Little of Maine. St. John's of Massachusetts is at number 4 Exeter. Salem at Alvern down in Hudson. As we mentioned, Londonderry at number 9 Wyndham. That's going to be a big game. And Manchester at Stellos, Nashua South. Oh, we got a score on that one too. It's already 8-0 South with a touchdown and a 2-point conversion against Central.
Soden is ready to kick it off. We have Rosario back and Peters for the Titans. Kick is deep. Caught at the 6-yard line by Rosario. He'll head out straight up the field. Gets beyond the 25 and now beyond the, well, not quite beyond the 30-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 29, where the Titans will bring out their offense.
Noah Casamasino with the tackle there. Pulling Rosario down from behind. So the drive starts for the Titans haven't been too bad. They're at the 29-yard line.
Yeah, they were on their own 40 to start. The first possession, their own 18. They were backed up after that unclean catch on the last kickoff. Here they get out to the right-hand side. Peters makes the catch, but he's hit right away. Ahead for maybe 1 or 2 yards. Grudinskis was there for the tackle along with Thomas Braga.
Grudinskis reading that play very well. Saw it developing, and lucky that he hung on to the ball. He kind of had it pressed up against his helmet.
They call it a catch. It'll be 2nd and 9 from their own 30. Well, maybe just outside the 30. 11 minutes to go and ticking here in the first half. Canaway takes the snap, fakes the handoff to the left-hand side, has a little bit of time, back out into the left flat. Peters is open, he's got some room, he's out beyond the 50, into Bedford territory, pushed out of bounds at the 43-yard line. First down, Titans.
Great play call there by the Titans. They had Peters all alone in the flat. Casamasino got the ball to him. I guess he was staying in late to block and then released late, and that's why he was wide open.
Nice job of hiding in the line of scrimmage there and then sneaking out that backside. Canaway now with 3 receivers to his right, 1 to the left, back in the backfield. Canaway rolls to the right. He's going to tuck it, go up the field. He gets popped at the line of scrimmage, falls ahead for 1, maybe 2 yards. Good stick there by the Bulldog defense.
Yeah, I don't know if
Grudinskis coming up hard with the hit.
I don't know if Canaway was calling his own number there or if he changed his mind about something. He dropped back the pass and decided to pull the ball down and make the run. He did wind up gaining about 2 yards there. I guess I'm going to say 1 yard. He's at the 42.
Yeah, they'll mark him at the 42, so 2nd and 9. Tough conditions for passing here, and Canaway probably saw something he didn't like. 2 slots, Peters in motion. Fake it to Peters. Goes up the middle, no gain. As he's tackled at the 42, back to the original line of scrimmage. It'll be 3rd and 9.
Kevin Sheridan wrapped him up right at the line of scrimmage, maybe gave up a half a yard. They're going to mark him at the 42-yard line. So it's going to be a short 9, long 8 for a first down.
Is there such a thing? 3rd and 9. 3 receivers out to the left, split end near side. Rosario switches side. Peters goes in motion, almost gets hit. They have 2 men in motion, so it'll be a legal procedure.
Flags on the play.
They'll march him back 5 yards, and it'll be 3rd and 14.
Play is called on that penalty. They're going to march him back 5 yards. Make it a 3rd and 14. It's been a fairly clean game so far. Not too many penalties on either team.
That might be the first flag that we've seen, right?
You're right, yeah.
So they march him back. Makes the offensive job on 3rd down just a touch harder. It is marked on the 47-yard line, so 3rd and 14.
4 receivers out there.
Canaway takes the snap. He rolls left. Good contained by Sheridan. Forces him up the middle. Grudinskis gets a hand on the pass. It's tipped, but falls incomplete. He was looking for Luke Peters over the middle.
Very dangerous play there. Canaway rolled right into a pass rush right there. Lucky to get away. Throws the pass. He had Grudinskis right in front of the receiver. Could have been an ugly turnover right there.
And now the punt team will come on for the Titans. If we could see that replay again, perhaps after the punt, you could see Grudinskis just baiting him into throwing that. He was ready to step in and try to pick that pass. Came with a little bit of heat, so he couldn't quite grab it. I like that he was baiting him into it. Smith is back to punt for the Titans. And it's a fake. They go to the right-hand side. They option it to Smith. He catches it one-handed. He's ahead, close to the 40-yard line, but he's pushed out of bounds. And they are well short of the first down. The Bulldogs will take over on their own 41. They snapped it to the up back. Right there, it was Gavin Flynn. He pitched it out to Smith. And Smith did a nice job of wrangling that. He put his big mitten out there and was able to bring it in, but didn't have nearly enough yardage for the first down. So
that was a pretty good play call if it was 4th and 4.
Right.
Not so hot on 4th and 14. Here's the replay of that
there you go.
call you wanted.
Right in there.
He just stepped right in front of the receiver.
At their own 41.
Maybe a drier ball, he would have had that.
Quite possible. So the Bulldogs on their own 41. It's where they started their last possession. 3 receivers out to the right, 1 to the left. Helton takes the ball from Black, and he gets swarmed behind the line of scrimmage. He's going to get tackled for about a 5 or 6 yard loss.
You know, Helton got hit in the backfield and got away from that hit, but in the process wound up giving up about 3 or 4 more yards. Yeah, they had him at the 37, tried to get away. Now they bring him down to 33.
Coach Zabolis is going to start getting aggressive here on these run plays. He's sending the house. You know, you got 7, 8 men in the box, and he's going to start sending his linebackers and making the Bulldogs put the ball in the air or at least do something different.
Yeah, you're right. I think they're going to dare Black to start throwing here in these wet conditions, the rain coming down quite heavily. They've got 3 receivers out there, but that's their formation the entire game.
We're going to get a timeout here by the Titans. They saw a formation they didn't like by the Bulldogs, so they'll burn one here. 21-0 is your score. 8:16 left in the first half. The Bulldogs ahead of the Titans.
Here's your update of scores from Division 1. You've got Dover scoring again at the end of the first quarter. They've got a 13-0 lead over Manchester Memorial. Exeter tied up with St. John's High School of Massachusetts with 10:10 to go in the second. It's tied at 7. Merrimack leads Bonnie Eagles 7-0. Nashua South over Central 8-0.
For more information.
And no other reports on any of the other games. Portsmouth at Oxford Hills, Maine is won.
Congratulations
Pinkerton and Concord, they're at Concord. Actually, that's a Saturday game.
Girls now lead the state with a 10-0 record. Congratulations to senior.
No report yet from Londonderry at Wyndham or Salem at Albert.
Bulldogs offense is back in their huddle. They'll have a 2nd and 16.
Second down and
maybe
16.
17. 7-yard loss on that last running play. Helton got stuffed in the backfield. Black takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Down the left-hand side, he's looking for Matthews. It's out of reach and incomplete. Good coverage there by Dylan Noble. He was running stride for stride with Matthews. So it'll be 3rd and 16, 17.
Not a bad play call. Actually, a pretty good pass. And Black threw it from a very busy backfield. He had white jerseys in his face, but it looked like Matthews might have been slowed up just a little bit by his cover man. Couldn't get away clean.
3rd and 17. 3 receivers out to the left hand, slot left, tight right, flankers out to the right. Black takes the snap. It's a screen for Helton, and they sniff it out. Rosario was all over. He was eyeing Helton for sure. Spy out of the backfield, and that was the right play.
That was a great defensive call there by the Titans, and they force Bedford to punt. And that is going to be the first drive stop
that makes it 4th down and
that the Bulldogs have experienced in 12 straight possessions.
Yeah, they weren't really tested by that Goffstown defense, and the Titans finally make a stop here. So 4th and 17. Sheridan will come on for the Bulldogs to punt. Takes the snap, gets it off. Near side sideline, bounces ahead, and will be down at about the Titans' 31-yard line. John Berry Jr. was set to receive, but could do nothing other than watch it roll.
Becoming a high school sports official is an easy call. Officiating allows you to continue to be a role model by demonstrating qualities such as impartiality, fairness, and courage. High school sports officials help protect the integrity of the games we love by teaching and enforcing the rules of play. New officials have an opportunity to make a difference in their communities right away. To learn more about becoming a high school sports official, visit NHIAA.org.
Peters in motion for the Titans. They give it to him. Jet sweep to the left-hand side. We see a late flag coming in. That's usually a hold.
Quite the throw there by the official.
Sure was. That's a
that
tough
must have traveled about
too.
15 yards.
Tackle was made by Dylan Soden.
Soden out there on the tackle did a nice job to keep contained. And we are going to get a holding call on the Titans.
Against Nashua North.
So we'll back them up 10 yards from the spot of the foul and replay first. 7:08 to go here in the first half. The Bulldogs ahead 21-0 over the visiting Titans.
We got some games at halftime. Merrimack with a 20-0 lead against Bonnie Eagle of Maine. And Nashua South still up 8-0 over Manchester Central down at Stellos.
Referees sort some things out. You'll see the head referee come to the sideline here, signals the holding call, and they'll march the Titans back. Will be spotted on the 21-yard line. So 1st and 20 for the Titans. Nashua North looks to the sideline. Canaway getting the signals from Coach Zabolis. He'll have slot right and slot left. Rosario in the backfield. In motion, snap gets fumbled, and picking it up, trying to get something out of nothing, but tackled for a loss was Canaway. Sheridan quickly into the backfield for the tackle.
Yeah, once again, Canaway did everything he could just to regain possession of the ball, but by the time he looked up, he had Sheridan right in his grill.
So a 2 or 3 yard loss. We'll call it 2. 2nd and 22.
6:17 to go here in the half. Bulldogs are up 21-0.
Slot to both sides. Canaway takes the snap. He looks down the middle. He's swarmed again. Sheridan again. He'll get the sack. In quickly was Rizzo to help out. And the Titans are marching backwards with a flag, a tackle for loss, and now a sack.
Eli Goomis was in that sack as well.
And that brings up 3rd and California for the Titans.
They're all the way back at their 11-yard line. This is going to set up for some good field position for Bedford. Maybe get one more touchdown before the half.
Might not be surprised to see some kind of quick kick here on 3rd, but they don't do that. They give it to Rosario up the middle, and guess what? Sheridan is in for another tackle for loss.
And Goomis there as well.
That was Stephen Rosario with the carry.
And that was at the 10. I think they give forward progress to the 10-yard line.
So 3 plays and all lost yardage. Now the Titans are going to have to punt from their own end zone. I don't think they're going to call a fake here.
And 4th and 31, I would be very surprised, Harry. Very surprised.
This close to their own end zone.
I mean, I won't call it impossible, but I would be very surprised.
They'd never see it coming.
That's true. That's true. Darius Smith is in his own end zone. Bennett Matthews stands at the 45 in Titan territory. Smith takes the snap.
Oh, great kick.
Decent kick here. Short though. Bounces at his own 29 and out of bounds around the 32, 33 yard line. They mark it at the 32, so phenomenal field position here for the Bulldogs. They'll start on the Titans 32.
Considering the conditions, I'll take that as a win. Getting that kickoff as he did, that punt. Really did a nice job with that.
I got it secure. Kevin's a beast.
So our next broadcast coming up on Tuesday, October 3rd, 6 p.m. start, girls soccer hosting Winnicott here on BCTV.
I was looking at the weather.
Let's see here again. Smith taking that snap, getting it off, and bounced around the 28, 29 yard line. Black now in the gun, hands it off. Going off the left-hand side,
Ledger
ahead
Russell.
for a few yards is Ledger Russell.
That was Ledger Russell with the carry.
The big,
Give him about 4 yards on that.
big wide receiver / running back, getting the carry there. So it's 2nd and 6.
Gain of 4. Makes it 2nd down and 6.
2 backs in the backfield. Russell and Helton with Black. Tight end is to the right, slot left. Black takes the snap, gives it to Helton to the right side. Some good blocks. Now he's coming back to the left. He got ahead to about the 25 yard line, so they'll give him a gain of 3.
That was Brody Helton with the carry.
It'll be 3rd and 3.
Stephen Rosario leading the group tackling Helton. You know, Helton's it's really a lot of fun to watch because he'll just change his plans depending on what he sees in front of him. He's got such great vision. Here he cuts, sees a wall of Titan players, decides to cut back again. Unfortunately, he gets run down there, but he's always looking for that hole and trying to map out a new path for him to get to the end zone.
I think they're motioning up here. They want it 3:25 on the clock to get the game clock back to 3:25. So little clock issue here, and we'll figure that out and then get restarted. 3rd and 3 for the Bulldogs They are on the 25-yard line in Titan territory after a short punt.
Clock is still, there we go. We had 32.5 seconds, now it's 3:25.
Darius Smith trying to get out of his own end zone. So Bulldogs trying to make good on good field position. Started on the 32-yard line here. Black calls out the signals in the huddle. He'll have slot to the right side. Sheridan is tight left. Ledger Russell is the flanker on the left side. And Helton in the backfield behind Danny Black. Cadence is set, takes the snap, gives it to Helton up the middle. He's tackled right at the line of scrimmage, maybe even a loss of 1. Good job by the Titan defense to hold here on 3rd and 3.
Jack Krulikowski with the tackle there. So the Titans tightening up on that defensive line. They push Bedford to a 4th and 3.
I see what you did there. Tightening up. Yeah, I gotcha. Russell trots to the sideline. Rizzo is in. He'll be one of the 3 receivers out to the right-hand side. I can imagine Coach Matthews was playing 4-down territory there, so wasn't worried about that short run.
Yeah, too far for a field goal here, and definitely in this rain.
Black takes the snap, toss sweep to Helton out to the right-hand side. He's short. But we do have a flag here in the backfield.
I wonder if it's something between number 78 for Bedford,
Brennan Krause,
and
might be a hold. They have the flag down at the 30-yard line. I would guess that the Titans will decline here, and they do. It's a turnover on downs, and the Titans will take over.
It'll be first down for Nashua.
Titans with 2 big stops here. You know, Bedford was able to score in their first 3 possessions, but have come up with nothing on the last 2.
And that is how many minutes we have left on the clock, too. 21-0 is your score. The Bulldogs ahead of the Titans here as we approach halftime. 2-minute drill for the Titans. Canaway back on the field for the offense as Nashua North looks to try to get some points on the board before this halftime sounds. He'll have 3 receivers to his right, 1 split end out to the left. Rosario in the backfield. Canaway looks to his right, makes some signals, takes a snap, looks to the right, scrambles out, looks to pass, but he can't get it off, and now he's going to be, I think, sacked.
Eli Goomis is going to bring him down right at the line of scrimmage.
See if they give him back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Mark it at the 24. Yeah, we'll call it no gain, 2nd and 10, but I mean, in the stat book, we want to call it a sack, right?
Yes.
So 2nd and 10. 129 and ticking. Canaway back in the gun. 3 receivers to the right. Split end out to the left. He hands it off. Rosario up the middle. Sheridan getting a paw on him quickly, and he's ahead for 2 or 3 yards.
Sheridan get the hands on him, and then Dylan Soden finishing up the job. Titans running out of that 4-receiver set, hoping to catch the Bulldogs napping. No such thing, though.
3rd and 7. We're inside a minute to go here in the first half. If I were the Bulldogs, I might take a timeout here and try to get that ball back, or at least make a punt.
Well, I think maybe after they stop him here on 4th down, I think Coach Matthews will call that timeout.
Canaway in the gun. He has 3 receivers out to the left. Split end is to the right. Rosario in the background to his right. He takes the snap, looks left, delivers it early. Incomplete pass.
That's going to stop the clock anyway. So it works out for the Bulldogs. They keep their timeout and stops the incomplete pass, stops the clock. The Titans have to punt away here. It hasn't been a sure thing for the kicking team here. So Bedford is going to have about 30 seconds to work with.
Return team will play safe here. Matthews is back to receive. Darius Smith will punt again. This time his heels are on the 10 about or 11-yard line.
We'll see if Matthews even tries to field this punt. He may let it bounce. Pretty good kick.
Good punt here by Smith. Matthews does take it, gets hit right away. and then crowded at the Bedford 37. They're going to give him forward progress at the 40. Wow, that's generous.
So 60 yards to go here, 23.3 seconds. We'll see what the Bulldogs do. Will they open it up or just take a knee?
I imagine they'll take a knee. Near side official had him marked at the 40. They're going to give him the 37. And I would imagine they'll take a quick kneel down, trot in for halftime, and talk things over. You never know. Maybe they'll have a little trick play up their sleeve and
maybe a sideline pass or something.
Try to get silly.
You know, with 23 seconds to go, and your defense has been playing pretty well, I think you might try a quick out to the sideline, pick up 10 yards. Maybe set up a Hail Mary or something like that.
They'll come out, slot right, tight left. Black in the backfield with 2 running backs.
They do have a timeout to call, so they could run something on the middle.
Nope, he's going to kneel it down. It's not quite victory formation, but he kneels it down, and that'll run out the clock on the first half. The Bulldogs jumped out to a quick 13-point lead. They added another touchdown at the start of the second quarter, and we'll end the first half 21-0 as the Bulldogs lead the Nashua North Titans here from Bedford, New Hampshire.
Give you a quick recap on scoring so far. First quarter, 10:05 remaining on the clock. 38-yard touchdown run from Danny Black. Extra point no good. It was 6-0. At the 3:50 mark of the first, Brody Helton with his own 38-yard touchdown run. Extra point good this time, 13-0. Then in the second quarter at the 11:48 mark, a 4-yard touchdown pass to Jack Rizzo and a 2-point conversion good from Bennett Matthews made the score 21-0. Interestingly, the last 2 possessions for the Bedford Bulldogs were stuffed by the Titans defense.
Yeah, nice job by the Titans defense to tighten up there. They had to, the Bulldogs had to punt after starting on their own 41-yard line. Solid starting position for that possession, and then they turned it over on downs after having their best starting field position of the evening. They were on the Titans 32 and couldn't do much of it, anything at all, so they turned it over on downs. Bulldogs are going to have to kick from their own 25. I believe they might be penalized for coming out of the locker room a little too late. I'm not quite sure why they're backed up all the way to their 25.
Yeah, we didn't see a flag. We're not sure what's happening here, but nope, the ball fell off the tee. Looking at the rain situation, it looks like it's stopped raining just a little bit of drizzle out there, so conditions have improved.
Soden's ready to get things started here in the second half. He takes his approach. Kick is away.
Great kick.
Good kick. All the way back to the 18-yard line where the Titans field it. It's Peters. He gets out beyond the 45.
That was Luke Peters with the return.
Good return there by Peters, getting it all the way up to the 47. And I believe this will be the best drive start for the Titans.
Sure is. They started their own possession, the first possession on their own 40, and this is the best associated. So they're on the 47-yard line, right near midfield. Canaway in the gun, Rosario in the backfield with him, 3 receivers to the left. They will not do anything as Rosario takes it up the middle, gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a yard. They do give him a yard, maybe almost 2 on forward progress. So we'll call it 2nd and 8. Interestingly, the Bulldogs went all the way back to their locker room in the school. It was a little bit of a surprise, so that could have been the 15-yard issue there to start this second half. Canaway back in the gun, takes the snap, rolls out to his right-hand side. Great job by Sheridan, and now he'll come up with a sack. As Canaway was rolling out, looking downfield, good coverage. And again, you'll see Sheridan here on the replay. Great job of contain, takes on the blocker, sheds it, forces him back inside, and then comes up with a tackle as he comes back, swiping at the ball, trying to get that turnover. So
Makes it 3rd and 10.
It'll be 3rd and 9 as it looks to be on the sticks there.
Jake Ben got taken down by one of the offensive linemen there. No flag.
Slot right, slot left for Canaway. He takes the snap, looks up the middle, takes a hit. Pass complete and is also hit right as he caught the ball. I believe that was Josh Vozick, number 8.
Dylan Soden laying the lumber on him.
Tough play all around for the Titans as Canaway ended up on his back. And now the Titans will be forced to punt as they lose yardage there on 3rd down. It'll be 4th and 12.
You know, Canaway responded well to the blitz, and I was thinking, wow, what a great call. They had the screen waiting there, except I didn't see Dylan Soden, zooming in on him.
Soden says, yeah, nice play, but you're still going to lose yardage here.
Back to punt for Nashua North.
Smith is ready to punt. Back deep is Matthews. The snap gets away from Smith. He picks it up at his own 21-yard line, tries to get away and takes a pop at the 25-yard line.
You like Goomis there with the big stick.
Big stick is right. Goomis is excited and flexes for the fans. The Bulldogs will take over on the Titans' 25-yard line.
And the kicker, he just took his eye off the ball, number 51, Darius Smith. He was getting lined up, and then Goomis hit him right there. And that hit made him a little woozy, too. He's going to have to come out of the game. He may have to see a new punter here.
Bulldogs will start this drive.
So the Bulldogs get possession. They'll mark them at the 26-yard line.
26.
Danny Black back on the field with the Bulldogs offense. They'll go slot right, 3 receivers to the right. Matthews trots over to the right side of the formation.
No bench players yet. We still have all the starters here.
Sheridan is the tight end to the left. In motion is Russell. He'll take the handoff, jet sweep to the left-hand side, cuts it up off tackle on the left and down to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, I'm sure the Bedford offense is eager here to get some points after getting stopped twice, something they're not used to having, so they're focused on getting 6 points here.
6-yard carry for Russell, 2nd and 4 as the ball rests on the 20. Helton behind Black in the backfield, slot left, tight right. Russell is the flanker to the right-hand side. He comes in motion right to left, but they'll give it to Helton right up the middle. It's a good stick there by the Titans defense. Coming up from the defensive backfield was John Berry Jr.
And Helton's going to be just a little bit shy of a 1st down. Going to call it 2 yards, 3rd and 2.
Good job by Barry stepping up from his safety position and making contact. He's 3rd and 1. Good test here for the Bulldogs offense. In the red zone, looking to get more points on the board to start this second half with their opening possession. Black has Helton behind him. 2 tight set. He takes the snap, gives it to Helton off the right-hand side. He's got a 1st down. He bolts his way inside the 10-yard line and down around the 7.
Helton with the carry.
Helton refusing to go down. Got the 1st, got some more yards now. It's goal to go for the Bulldogs.
Brody's grandparents up from Florida said hi to us at halftime. Very nice of them to stop in and say hello. They enjoy our broadcasts throughout the early part of the season. Black back to the line of scrimmage. Another 2 tight set with Soden to the right, Sheridan to the left. Bennett Matthews is the wing to the right-hand side. Helton to the left of Black. He'll take the handoff. He'll stumble down. And no gain. I think he gets, well, no, 1 yard loss. Looked like he slipped just after he took that handoff from Black. Perhaps he got tripped up inadvertently by Black. We'll see what happens on the replay here, but it will be 2nd and goal from the 9.
Usually sure-footed. Helton usually doesn't go down like that. I think he might have got his legs crossed up with Danny Black on that handoff.
Yeah, it's a 2-yard loss there on that stumble. Soden trots to the sideline here And the Bulldogs are going to be forced to take a timeout as there was some confusion in that huddle, confusion with the formation. And now the Bulldogs will have to talk it over. So timeout with 6:33 to go in the third quarter. The Bulldogs ahead 21-0 here in the second half.
Bedford Bulldogs Athletic Booster Club would like to thank their generous platinum sponsors, Spectra Marketing, Bedford Village Inn, BEI Network, London Orthodontics, Restore Hyper Wellness, Wicked Good Butcha, and Looney Insurance. And a special thank you to our gold sponsors, Realty One, Ethan Allen, Granite State Cabinetry, and Liberty Hill Construction. Thank you on the behalf of the 461 student athletes this season. And if you'd like to get involved, there's an application at the concession stand here in Bedford, or go online to bbabc.net.
Not sure if the viewers out there caught it or not, but we did see the replay there, and it looked like Helton did get tripped up by Black on that last carry. Their feet touched, and Helton went down. They give it back to Helton. He goes off the left-hand side. He stops, cuts back into the middle, gets back to the 6-yard line. That was Brody Helton. Third and goal from the 6.
Yeah, Helton had to, he didn't have any blocking. He just had to make a hole. He had 4 Titans around him. He just cut his way up, tried to get what he could, and he wound up picking up the yardage, maybe an extra yard on top of that. So it's going to be 3rd and 6, 3rd and goal here on the 6-yard line.
You saw him shorten up his steps, take those quick baby steps, and then cut back to his right, planting that outside foot.
Yeah, I think the rain is making it a little hard for him to make a sharper cut.
Too tight set. Wing is to the right, flanker to the left. Helton in the backfield with Black. They fake to Helton up the middle, out to the right-hand side. Touch, no, incomplete. Incomplete.
Oh, Dylan Soden had it in his hands there.
Couldn't quite come down with it. He was the tight end to that right-hand side, released from his line of scrimmage play. Back in coverage was Peters, and it looks like Peters got a hand in very late in that play and forced the ball away.
So let's see if they're going to try to kick the ball. They're going to try to go for 3 here.
Right call here. Soden has the leg for this. It'll be spotted at the 13-yard line, maybe 12-yard line.
And the rain has stopped.
It'll be at the 12-yard line, so Soden will take his steps back. Danny Black with the hold. Spencer Henrishon will snap. Snap is back. The hold is down. The kick is up. It looks good. It is good. 3 points here after starting on the Titan 26. So happy to get points on the board, but probably not happy coming away with only 3.
Well, they used up a lot of the clock. Just 5:40 to go here in the third quarter. And that was a really beautiful kick there. I mean, it's perfect form, like a golf stroke. And the kick probably would have been good from 40 yards.
Whoa, 40.
Well, did you see how far it traveled?
It went out there. I mean,
Yeah.
Good leg by Soden, and he's been really working on it. We've heard Coach Matthews refer to that before the Goffstown game, as it wasn't really his focus area coming into this season, but he's done a nice job of adapting his game and concentrating on it and getting a lot more consistent. So 24-0 is your score. 5:40 remains in the third quarter. And Soden will kick it off to the Titans.
Got some fresh scores to tell you about. Central coming back. It's now 8-6 Nashua South in the second half. We'll tell you more in a little bit.
Soden approaches, kicks it deep. Pedaling backwards is Rosario. He takes it at his own 6. Gets up the middle, popped around the 20-yard line. Moves ahead to the 25, where he'll be marked down, and the Titans will take over.
Merrimack blanking Bonnie Eagle of Maine, 27-0 with about 2 minutes left in the third. This game between number 4 Londonderry, number 9 Wyndham, it's a barn burner, 14-all at halftime. So is Exeter, number 4 team in the state, against St. John's of Massachusetts, also at the half at 7-7.
Canaway in the gun, has Rosario to his left. In motion is Peters right to left. They fake it to him. Canaway pulls it down, does not get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll be hitting the backfield and tackled. Maybe they give him forward progress, so it'll be 2nd and 10.
Number 6 Salem with a 21-8 lead over Albert at the half. Dover with 3 minutes left to go in the first half, 27-0 over Memorial. And Spalding with a 14-6 lead over Edward Little of Maine.
Slot left, 3 receivers to the right, empty backfield for Canaway. He's in the gun. Takes the snap, looks down the middle, delivers down the middle. Ooh, through the hands of Rizzo, coming up from his linebacker position, almost in position for a pick, but it's incomplete. 3rd and 10.
That'll make it 3rd down and 10.
See Canaway looking for that slant pass. Peters was dragging over the middle, just a little high and out for Peters. Looked like Rosario had made that slant in behind, trying to draw those linebackers deeper, but too high and hard for Peters, and it's incomplete. 3rd and 10.
I wonder if Peters might have redirected the ball slightly that threw Rizzo off.
Just a touch, just a touch. Canaway back in the gun, Rosario to his left. Takes the snap, looks left. Batted down as Rizzo. He stepped into the passing lane, was intended for Joshua Bozak. But we have a flag in the backfield.
Nicely defended by Jack Rizzo.
A holding call on Nashua South, it's good, or Nashua North, it's going to be declined. So 4th down coming up in 10.
Nashua North.
They spot it back at the original line of scrimmage.
Penalty is declined.
The Titans look to the sideline, wondering about what's next. We would think there would be a punt. 4th and 10 on their own 25-yard line. However, they're down by 24 points, so they might need to do something, but they send the punt team in. So
let's see
if
who they have punting, if Darius Smith is out there. Or no, they're going to go for it here because I think maybe Smith isn't available. Oh no, he's out there.
He's out there.
He looked pretty shook up after that
he was
last
rattled.
play.
He took his gloves off for this one, though. He's ready for that snap. It's back. It's a little bit low. He fumbles it around a little bit, but picks it up off the turf and gets it away. It bounces at the Bedford 45. Matthews will not field it. It goes all the way back to the Bedford 20 and will be marked at the 19.5-yard line.
Yeah, it looked like an Australian rules punt there, a little footy.
Kept rolling and rolling to the benefit of Smith. And that's quite a punt for the freshman. So they'll start on their own 19, the Bulldogs will, as the offense trots back on the field. 4:33 to go in the 3rd quarter. 24-0 is your score. The Bulldogs lead over the Titans.
So after 3 scores on 3 possessions, the Titans have really slowed down the Bulldogs, giving up just 3 points in 3 possessions.
Black has slot right, tight left, split left. Black gives the little tight end screen here, and Sheridan has a lot of room. He's out to the right-hand side. 25-yard gain, maybe 30. We'll see where they mark him out of bounds. He's close to midfield, and they mark it right on the 50. So a 30-yard catch on the tight end screen to Sheridan as he battled for yards at the end.
And he had a Titan on his back along for the ride there for the last 10 yards or so. He never got knocked down. He just got ridden out of bounds.
Lined up on the left side of the formation as the tight end. Faked the block, caught the quick pass from Black, and did the rest with his feet. You're right. He had actually two tacklers dragging for an extra couple yards.
Jack Krulikowski, number 50, one of those along for the ride.
Same formation, slot right, tight end is left, flanker to the left. Black in the backfield with Helton behind. He takes the snap. Helton gets swarmed 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and 13 as Helton didn't have much room to run at all.
Yeah, we haven't seen this many negative plays for Helton until today. He's had several negative carrying plays here. It was kind of a sloppy handoff there. I'm not sure if it was a run pass option. He just kind of, or if maybe Black thought he might pull the ball out and carry it himself. But it was a split-second hesitation there. That was just enough for the Titans to swarm him and bring him down.
That might have affected it. The linebackers were coming there too on a blitz, so Rosario got in quickly and made that stop. Slot left, tight right, flanker to the right, in motion. Russell, he'll take the jet sweep to the left-hand side, gets around the left end,
nice
jumps out of the way, and now has first down yardage. He's going to get pulled down out of bounds inside Titans territory, but a nifty run there by Ledger Russell.
And a nifty move there to get out of the way of the tackle.
You see on the replay, takes it. It looked like it might have been stopped for a loss, but right here he jumps over the tackler. That was John Barry Jr. and got ahead for another 15 yards. Ball spotted at the 36-yard line where the Bulldogs have a 1st and 10. Black back into the huddle. Play is called. 3 receivers out to the right side, including tight end Sheridan. Split end to the left is Soden. Black takes the snap, gives it to Help. No, he'll keep it himself. Goes out to the left-hand side and dances out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Just about an 8-yard carry, so it'll be 2nd and 2. We've noticed it a few times there. Danny Black has really good hands, good deception as we get lulled to sleep, assuming he's going to give it to Help. And several times throughout this season, he's faked out the camera people as well as me as he's pulled it back down and got ahead for his own rushing yardage. Same formation. 3 receivers out right. Soden is the split end to the left. Helton behind Black. They fake it to him. Quick pass in the middle. Sheridan complete. He has the first down. Stays on his feet. Running through 5, 6, 7, 8 tacklers. And they finally gang tackle him at the 18-yard line. Good enough for a first down yardage. And the big man again just doesn't want to go down.
That pass play good for a first down.
Black had Sheridan singled off for that pass play. He had Matthews off to the side. He had a lot of room along the sideline. It might have been a better throw.
At the Nashua North 18.
Usually those quick hitters are designed plays. They see a weakness in the defense and they want to take advantage of it quick. You saw it was just a 3-step drop there, if that. Took the snap, looked up quickly, and Sheridan was right there. So 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs on the Titan 18-yard line. Some confusion on the formation, and Coach Matthews calls another timeout in frustration as he pulls his headset off and hands on hips, and a little irritated at his offense for not getting things straight there. The offense will come to the side. They'll talk it over. 2:02 remains in the 3rd quarter. 24-0 is your score. Bedford leads.
Our next broadcast on BC TV, girls soccer versus Winnacunnet. The Warriors come to Bedford on Tuesday, October 3rd. That'll be a 6 p.m. broadcast. Then 2 days later on October 5th, Thursday, field hockey against Bishop Girton. That starts at 7:30, and no doubt we'll probably share that with our Nashua viewers as well. I'd like to say hello to Nashua ETV viewers who are watching this broadcast. Happy to share it with you. Our next football broadcast will be from Dover on the 6th. 7 p.m. kickoff, 6:45 broadcast starts. We'll be taking on the Green Wave, who are currently winning their game. They have a 33-7 lead over Manchester Memorial at the half.
So the Bulldogs talk through their formation challenges and discuss what is left and what is right. 3 receivers will come to the left, including tight end Kevin Sheridan.
1st and 10 from the
Matthews and Russell will join him. Black takes the snap, looks to the left. His pass is incomplete, intended for Bennett Matthews, but just off. A little wide receiver screen set up, but the pass was offline.
Steven Osario's coming in on the blitz, and Black had to get rid of that ball quickly and misfired trying to get it to Matthews.
Incomplete pass brings up 2nd and 10. So after a very quick start, 3 touchdowns and 3 possessions, the offense has seemed to slow down. The Titan defense has taken, especially in this drive, a bend but don't break attitude. They gave up several yards early here. This drive started back on Bedford's own 19, and now they are on the Titan 18, facing a 2nd and 10. Black takes the snap, hands it off. That is Russell going off the left side of the line. They'll give him a little bit of forward progress, maybe a yard. Maybe 3rd and 9.
The Bulldogs are not shy about taking runs up the middle, but they have been running into a very stout front four for the Titans, not getting the openings that they're used to getting.
We're going to get another timeout here. I believe it's an official's timeout. They send one of the players off. Maybe there's some blood on a uniform or an arm or something like that.
Number 34.
Rosario, who's been a monster on defense,
is not
sent
a player
off.
you want to lose on this 3rd and 9.
Not ideal. Slot left. Split end to the right. 2 backs in the backfield. As Black runs the option, pitches it out to Helton. He's got a lot of room. 1st down yardage, and he's in for a touchdown. 17-yard touchdown run by Brody Helton. Caps an 81-yard drive by the offense. Nice job with Black here, drawing in the defensive end, Jonathan Torres. Whether he's the end or the linebacker, he brought him in. Nice little pitch out to Helton. And Helton was not touched on his way in. So 17-yard touchdown run by Helton.
Great play call there by Coach Zach Matthews. They have had very little luck up the middle, so they decide to take the end around against the option play. Black pitching it out to Helton. Helton did the rest. A little bit of confusion here on this extra point. Player getting out there late.
Henrishon snaps, Black holds. The kick is up, it looks good, it is good. And they push the lead out to 31-0 on that 17-yard run by Brody Helton, his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Manchester Central has woken up. They've come back. They lead 20-8 over Nashua South. South getting that first point, that 8-0 lead, and it's been all Central since. Merrimack over Bonnie Eagle. They're in the 4th quarter. It's 27-7. Londonderry and Wyndham tied at 14, still at the half. St. John's of Massachusetts taking the lead over Exeter, 14-7. They're halfway through the 3rd. Salem at the half. They lead 21-8 over Albert. And as I mentioned before, Dover with the big 33-7 lead over Memorial. That's just getting into the 3rd quarter. And then lastly, Spalding with a 14-6 lead over Edward Little of Maine.
Getting set to kick is Dylan Soden.
Appreciate Andrew Fenn providing those scores from around New Hampshire football. Soden kicks it off here, nice boot. Gets deep to the left-hand side, fielded at the 10-yard line, and brought forward. Oh my goodness gracious, Sheridan blows up the runner. That was John Barry Jr., and delivering a smack was Sheridan. My
Barry's
goodness.
little
Watch
tender
this
getting up.
Tackle made by Kevin Sheridan.
My goodness. Barry Jr. takes it at the 10, and watch Sheridan come in here. Boom! That is a decleater right there. Good stick by the senior tight end and defensive end. You hear some folks pretty jacked up about that. Exactly. Love those special teams type plays, especially with a pop like that. Canaway back in the gun. He fakes to the running back, keeps it himself around the left side, tries to get around the left end, and gets ahead for 2 or 3 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Very effective fake. He got Sheridan to tackle the running back. Unfortunately, the running back didn't have the ball. Luckily, Jack Rizzo was there to back him up.
That could have been Sheridan, so excited about his previous play there. Good deception by Canaway. Gets ahead for 3 yards.
This will be the last play of the 3rd quarter. We're down to 30 seconds.
2nd and 7, 2 backs in the backfield with Canaway. He takes the snap, looks down the middle, delivers it left side. Out in making the catch is Adrian Lazo. Around the left side has something to say afterwards. Not sure I'd be doing that if it was 31-0 opposite side.
If you watch here, there's a little bit of a push right there. Could have been called an offensive pass interference, but the officials let him get away with it.
I don't like an interference call there. You just let him play out there. Good catch by Lazo. And they move the sticks. 1st and 10 inside Bedford territory. They mark it at the 45-yard line. The Titans move ahead. Yeah, I saw the same contact you were talking about, Harry, but yeah, I don't think it was a blatant push. They're both jockeying for position. The defensive back was doing a good job looking up. Back at the football, and now we're going to get a timeout by the Titans.
Well, actually, we're going to be ending the third quarter.
End of the quarter, excuse me. We won't have far to trot.
The winners of the basket
4th quarter will start.
winner of the Tuckers t-shirt and $50 gift card is orange.
Bedford Friends of Football is a parent-led organization that functions to support the needs of our team throughout the season, and they couldn't do it without their sponsors, which include 10 and 10 Attorneys at Law, Coca-Cola Northeast, Stonyfield Organic, Fine Homes Group International, Pepsi, TJ McCartney Inc., McDonald's Brown Avenue, Realty One Group, Treescapes by Murphy, Apex Wealth Management, and the Dairy Field. Thank you to all our wonderful sponsors.
Andrew, can we get that kickoff coverage back on that? That was a great hit. We need the viewers to see Sheridan again. Just destroying the runner. Here it comes. So with the kick. John Barry Jr. fielding it. And here he comes in. Good hit there. So turning of the field around, the Titans will go right to left. 12 minutes back on the board. They trail 31-0 here at the start of the 4th quarter. They're in Bedford territory. They have not spent a lot of time in Bedford territory. We'll see how the Bulldog defense reacts here. 2 backs in the backfield with Canaway. He takes the snap, hands it off. Now looking to pass is Gavin Flynn. Passes it downfield, it's picked off. Coming back up on the left-hand side, it's going to go for a touchdown, but there's a flag behind the field, and the players are excited, but there was a crackback block
with the interception
on the return, so that's going to come back.
Javon George is there with the pick. Coach Matthews putting in some of the bench players.
I think that's Peter Suazo, number 19. Suazo normally playing back there in the defensive backfield, but this is going to come back. Beautiful pick, beautiful return. But unfortunately, one of those blocks was a crackback, so they'll keep possession, but they'll start in their own end. Tough hit there. Again, yeah, there it is. So it's a crackback, helmet to helmet. They'll bring them back. Not sure where exactly they'll spot this ball, depending on where the infraction occurred.
They're standing on the 48-yard line of Bedford. I think that's where they're going to march it off.
So probably back to the 33-yard line. They still talk it over.
Waiting for the officials to walk this off. So it is a personal foul. Crackback.
It's a crackback or helmet to helmet. I'm not quite sure which one that is there, but either way, illegal block on that return. So they'll march it off from the 48, as you observed. Likely all the way back to the 33, that 15-yard penalty.
Will be spotted.
And that is where they put it down. 33-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. It wipes off 6 points, but it does not wipe off a great interception by Peter Suazo. Black trots back to the huddle. People recover here in the stands. They were pretty excited. That flag came out somewhat early in that return. Rain has resumed here. slot to the right-hand side. Two backs in the backfield with Black. Tight end is left. Black takes the snap, hands it off the right-hand side. I believe that was Russell.
That was Ledger Russell.
3-yard carry.
Josiah Corfield with the tackle. For one of the Titans on the tackle.
We'll give them 4, so it'll be 2nd and 6. Again, the story of the Bulldogs so far has been defense, defense, defense this season. Again, they've only given up 3 points in the 4 previous games, and again, they're blanking the Titans here. Black in the gun, 2 backs in the backfield. Gives it to Helton off the left-hand side. He's got some room. Russell out, giving a lead block. Helton into Titan territory, down that far sideline, cuts it back.
Still running.
Now he's going to get in. He's at the 10, the 5, and he's in for a touchdown. That is quite a run. 63-yard touchdown run for Brody Helton.
The man is impossible to bring down. He runs around opposing players as if they were pylons.
They got a great block out there. You see on the replay, Russell, now he cuts back. He sees his space was running out. Decided to cut back into the middle. Didn't need any more blocks. His feet did the rest.
I mean,
in the end zone.
Lazo had him lined up. And Helton was just able to put the jets on and blow right past him.
We do have an injured Titan player. He's down right around midfield, so the teams on the field will take a knee while that player is attended to. Looks like it is Josiah Corfield. He's limping as he goes to the opposite sideline. Hope he's okay.
Touchdown number 3 for Helton. That's on top of, what do you have, 10 going into this game?
Yes, he did. 13 on the season now, and the Bulldogs ahead 37-0 with PAT to come.
And he must have at least 100 yards of rushing. I mean, he's got 63 there, 38. I mean, just in the 2 touchdown runs, that's 101 yards. Plus everything else, all the other carries.
And his 3rd touchdown was 17 yards, so he's well over 100. Snap is back. Hold is down, kick is up. It looks good. It is good.
Excellent kick.
Good. That was Dylan Soden with the conversion.
So the Bulldogs push it out to 38-0.
And now we are in run time with 10:49 to go.
Nice job by special teams there. We might expect to see a couple of issues. We saw one on the first snap and hold. It wasn't clean, therefore they had to scramble out, run their fire play, and the PAT and 2-point conversion was no good, but they've been clean since.
They've gone final in Merrimack with the Tomahawks 27-14 winners over Bonnie Eagle of Maine. And St. John's of Massachusetts extends their lead over the number 4 team in the state, the Exeter Blue Hawks, 21-7 at the end of 3. Salem with a 21-8 lead over Alvern. Londonderry and Wyndham still tied at 14. Central with a 20-8 lead over South. That's in the 4th. Dover still with a 33-7 lead over Memorial. We'll be playing Dover in Dover next Friday night.
And with a 38-0 score here, I think both you and I are a bit surprised. We thought this was going to be a tight contest. The Bulldogs offense has just been big, tough, physical, fast, and all of those things describe Brody Helton with 3 touchdowns tonight.
Titans are a quality opponent, 3-1 record.
Soden's kick down to the 5-yard line, fielded there. Getting out to the left-hand side, this is Peters, switches the ball to his left hand, and is chased out of bounds at the 23-yard
Luke
line.
Peters with the return, forced out of bounds by Jack Rizzo.
10-14 and running as the Titan offense comes back to the field.
We'll see how many bench players start filtering their way into the Bedford defense.
Don't see many right now. There are a
Let's see if
couple
number
sprinkled in.
67 is out there, your favorite
He sure
player.
is. Fotios Papanikolaou. He sure is. He's on that defensive line. Love to see him out there. He has a nose for the football.
Gus Forgy's out there as well.
Take a timeout here as the Titans will burn one.
Cam Westcott.
9:40 to go in the game. 38-0 is your score. The Bulldogs lead.
BCTV's live channels and on-demand content are now easier to access than ever before thanks to the BCTV app, available for free download on Apple iOS and Android Play. Download the Bedford Community Television app from your app store today and start enjoying our programming anywhere you are.
We talked about it as we came in. The run game has been solid all year, and it is shown this evening. A wet, cold evening here in New Hampshire, and that run game has done nothing to disappoint this evening.
The Titans were able to stop Pelton a few times, a couple of negative plays, but then he breaks off a big one like that.
Like that, you refer to the 63-yard touchdown run to push it out to 38-0. New quarterback takes a snap. That's Gavin Flynn. Tackled at the line of scrimmage.
That was Kobe Perry with the carry.
Was Kobe Perry. A couple of fresh faces on both sides, and
Titans starting to put their bench players in as well.
Makes it 2nd and 10.
Casamasino on the tackle for the Bulldogs. Flynn gets the call from the sideline, trots back into the gun. He'll have James Markley behind him. 3 receivers to the left-hand side. 1 split end way out right. And Flynn calls out the signals. He takes the snap, hands it off. Going off the left side, but stopped quickly.
That was James Markley with the carry.
Fills the hole. James Markley on the carry. The junior running back can't find much room, so it'll be 3rd and 10.
Update from Wyndham. Londonderry jumps out ahead as they go into the 4th quarter. It's now 21-14 over the Wyndham Jaguars.
No game to play, makes it 3rd down and 10.
Flynn back behind center in the gun. 2 backs in the backfield with him. He takes the snap, hands it off, going to the right-hand side and getting stopped quickly is Kobe Perry.
That was Kobe Perry with the carry.
And that's going to be a loss of about 3 yards.
So that clock keeps running, I think.
Tackle made by Cam Westcott.
Coach Zabolis is figuring, hey, let's not get our starters hurt here late in the game. 7.5 to go. And at 4th and 12, the Titans are going to punt it away again.
Bulldogs don't appear to be sending anybody back.
Darius Smith comes on. He counts up his players. And we'll go 14 back and be ready to punt things away. Ticking down to 7 minutes.
Darius Smith back to punt.
Ready to kick. Bulldogs play safe. As you mentioned, nobody back. Short and high kick. Bounces at his own 45, now goes over midfield and will be downed at the Bedford 48-yard line.
And Jack May's been warming up his arm during that entire defensive
At the Bulldog 48.
session, and he'll be coming into the game now.
He's getting the signals from Coach Matthews. May comes in. He'll call the play in the huddle.
Landon Elsmore also in the game. Luke 10. Does look like Helton's still out there unless I misread that jersey number.
So May is in the gun. Slot to the right, tight is left. Flanker out to the left-hand side. Titans show blitz. They hand it off. This is Corvo. He's got,
there he goes.
And he's off to the races. 52-yard touchdown as he made one move at the line of scrimmage, and Corvo gets ahead for a touchdown.
52-yard run. That was the number I misread. I thought that was 26. It was 28. Corvo just took the handoff, found the hole, and turned on the Jets.
Geez, you think you're putting in your second string and you have a runner like Corvo, strong, fast, and just runs away from everyone on that. 44-0 is your score with the PAT to come. Same three, Henryshawn, Black, and Soden. The snap is back, hold is down, the kick is up, it looks good. It is good.
Kick is good. That was.
And they push it out to 45-0.
Soden getting a lot of practice on those extra points.
He sure is. I'd love to see the rushing stats after this game. Again, we'll go over the quick summary, but it's 5:54 remaining in the game. The Bulldogs ahead 45-0. Touchdown runs in the first quarter, both 38 yards, one by Danny Black to start the scoring, followed up quickly by Brody Helton. They actually passed the ball into the end zone. Yeah, I did say that. Danny Black
Danny
to
Black's
Jack
first
Rizzo.
touchdown of the year.
4-yard touchdown pass to Rizzo made it 21-0. They stalled out on the next couple of possessions to end the first half, but they resumed the second half with 4 scoring drives. They started with a 22-yard field goal by Dylan Soden. A 17-yard touchdown run by Brody Helton followed that. A 63-yard touchdown that was electrifying for this massive crowd here at Bedford High School. And now a 52-yard jaunt by Alec Corvo puts the Bulldogs ahead 45-0. Soden kicks it, wow, into the end zone. He's finding his leg here. This kid's jacked up. A little excitement there shared by Helton. Nice kick there by Soden into the end zone. It's a touchback. It'll come out for the Titans to resume with their offense.
You know, a kick like that might give Coach Matthews a little more confidence if the Bulldogs ever need a long field goal. These extra points have looked really good. They could have been good from 40 yards at least.
Distance is one, accuracy is another thing to consider, but yes, that strength is there.
Everything has been right down the middle so far.
Flynn back in at quarterback for the Titans. As we mentioned in the previous possession, some second stringers getting some playing time here for both sides. Flynn gets the play call from the sideline. He takes the snap, hands it off the right-hand side. Getting in quickly on the tackle was Patrick Dulac. Run there by Jedwin Luveris.
Luveris with the carry. Tackle was made by Patrick Dulac.
Clock ticks down to 4 minutes here.
No gain in the play. Makes it 2nd and 10.
Titans get the play call. 2 backs in the backfield with Flynn. Slot to the left-hand side, split end to the right. Taking some time off the clock. Flynn calls for it, gets the snap. Keeps it himself, but he's tackled pretty quickly there.
That was
Cam Westcott on the tackle.
Tackle made by Cam Westcott. Gain of 1. Makes it 3rd down and 9.
They give Flynn a 1-yard gain. Brings up 3rd and 9 for the Titans. And we approach about 3 minutes remaining in the game. Again, 45-0. Bulldogs handling things here at home. They will go to 5-0 on the season, and the Titans will drop to 3-2. I feel pretty confident saying that, Harry. Hand off the left-hand side.
Perry.
And give it to Perry. He's ahead for a 2 or 3 yard
Tackle
gain.
made by Gus Forgy.
Not to jinx anybody here, but this is the 17th straight quarter of shutout football.
That makes it
2:44 to
4-6.
go, and looking like it may stay that way.
Did we compliment the Bedford Bulldog defense already today? I think we did.
Only 3 points given up the entire year, and that was in the first quarter of the game against BG.
More kudos their way, and this defense has been dominant again, picking up where they left off last year. Flynn
Titans
takes
are just
snap.
going
He's going to go for a quick kick.
All right.
Bounces at the 46-yard line in Bedford territory and trickles down to the 35. Turn it over on downs as we approach the 2-minute mark and go inside that with the running clock. I can imagine we'll see a similar strategy we saw last week at Goffstown, where
they just kneel it out.
Well, May will just kneel it down for the final few snaps of this game.
So Dover leading Manchester Memorial 40-7. Dover ranked number 7 in the state, and that is the team the Bulldogs will be facing on their home turf. So we'll be traveling out there. BCTV and Bedford 105.1 will be there. Corey, unfortunately, you'll miss the game. I'll have a call. You'll be back in 2 weeks for that call against the Concord Crimson Tide.
I sure will. Look forward to that one. And here you see under center is May. He takes a snap. This was a direct snap here. This was under center. Very few times, if at all, we've seen that from the Bulldogs. But he takes that snap, kneels it down, keep things going, and I think he might only need one more. This game will be over.
St. John's, Massachusetts with a lead, a 28-7 lead over number 4 Exeter late in the fourth. Of course, none of these out-of-state games will count toward the NHIAA standings. But a bit of a surprise to see Exeter going down like that.
That is a strong team down there in Massachusetts, St. John's Prep.
That is going to
That'll do it. The Bulldogs run it out here with the final seconds ticking off the clock. Another dominant performance by the Bulldogs.
And that
They'll come home with a 45-0 win. Again, they push it out to 5-0 on the year. As Harry said, they travel to Dover next Friday night, and then they'll finish their schedule with Concord and Thornton Academy at home, followed by a trip to Merrimack for their last game of the season. The Titans fall to 3-2. They they host Londonderry next week in their next tilt.
Well, I'd like to thank everybody for the work they did today. Caitlin Fitzgerald on camera, Mark Marai, the on-site producer, Corey Munson-Tiger, of course, calling the game, Andrew Fenn doing the scores and also the replays for us back in the studio. Thank you once again. I'm Harry Kozlowski. Your final score, 45-0. Also thanks to the viewers in Nashua on ETV 99. So you've been watching and listening to Bedford Bulldogs football on BCTV and Bedford 105.1. Good night, everybody.